Welcome to the Weekly Bowl. My name's Christina.
And my name's Lydia. Thanks for joining us.
Northbound 4 and 5 trains have been running with delays, so allow for additional travel time this week.
Professor Corbin appeared on Stossel to talk about bias in the ivory tower of academia.
Professor Talcott's piece, Hey Republicans, Stop Dissing Philosophy, was featured in USA Today.
And Professor Wilkinson was published in 2 articles this past week, one in the Washington Post and one in Christianity Today.
Thanksgiving break is coming up. For you students not going home, be sure to attend this year's Thanksgiving dinner on Tuesday, November 24th.
And the Rockefeller Christmas tree lighting is on December 2nd, so it's not too early to start playing your Christmas music.
News of Shia Labeouf flooded the internet last week. We spoke with some King's students involved in the event to find out more.
I work at the Angelika Film Center, and last week we were very honored to host Shia Labeouf's All My Movies event from Tuesday afternoon to Thursday night. Watched every single one of his movies back to back in reverse chronological order.
There were 10-minute breaks between the movies, and actually he would leave sometimes. He didn't stay for either of the Transformers 2 or 3. People were waiting for like 10 hours at a time to get in. At one of the breaks, it was probably like 14 hours in. I was sitting right behind him, and he just turned around and handed me like a small Domino's pizza. And so I was like, thanks, man. And I just took a slice and like passed it around to the people in our row. I was there for 26 hours. The first movie he showed was one that hadn't been released yet, called Man Down. And then I stayed until Eagle Eye, which was the next day.
What does business casual mean to you? Hear what your fellow King students have to say about this topic.
Hey guys, it's Erica Hunter. Today I walked around with Angel Boyd and we heard from some of your peers about what business casual means to them.
Business casual is a way of life. It's a philosophy. Cool, but professional.
Business casual to me is waking up and not wearing my pajamas.
Business casual means that I have to wear trousers.
It's a way in which our souls are expressed through our clothes.
The dress code means respect.
And looking on point!
I sat down with presidential scholar Amity Shlaes to find out more about her career, advice she has for students, and what brought her to King's.
Hi, I'm Amity Shlaes. I'm an author. I'm chairman of the Coolidge Foundation for President Coolidge, and I'm a presidential scholar at the King's College. I was an English major, which is great for writing, and I was interested in language, and that was very important to my career. But I began to see that economics are really important, especially in the Germanys, because at that time there was East Germany and a West Germany, and East Germany's economy was broken, and West Germany had a rather strong currency. I thought, wow, what does this tell me about policy? I'm interested in economics. And then I went over to the Wall Street Journal, where I trained under a lot of great economic thinkers, and that's how I got more intensely into economics. I have been to King's many times. I was at King's when you were in the Empire State Building, and student body is really clever. That's important. It's as good as student bodies at other more famous schools, and sometimes better. President Thornbury is a fantastic leader because he respects the creativity of his professors. Because President Thornbury is receptive, because the donors are also creative and involved, the Hanleys, we're able to come in from the outside world and try out ideas and get to know the students' work. Fantastic.
What other people think is my greatest accomplishment is certainly the Forgotten Man book.
President Franklin Roosevelt said, we have to help the forgotten man at the bottom of the economic pyramid. The man who pays, the man who prays, the man who is never thought of. The best piece of advice that I heard as a student, and I didn't hear it enough, so I hope our students can hear it, is achieve technical mastery extraordinaire. I happened to know German when I graduated from college, and so I was able to work as a journalist in Germany. The other journalists didn't know German, so I had enough of advantage that they were willing to accept me among them, notwithstanding the absence of journalistic experience. If I hadn't known German, I couldn't have been a journalist in Europe. If I hadn't been a journalist in Europe, I wouldn't have got a job when I came home. A skill that the market likes will always help you.
This week, the O'Keefe Student Union finally opened. We give you the inside scoop.
Bring your tide and bring your shame. Bring your guilt and bring your pain. Don't you know that's not your name? You will always be much more to me. And every day I wrestle with the voices that keep telling me I'm not right. But that's alright, 'cause I hear a voice and he calls me every day. When others say I'll never be enough, and greater is the one living inside of me than he who is living in the world.
I'd say roughly about 2.5 months. Just helping clean up, paint, putting up stuff on the windows after we clean it, helping organize.
I think this is a better environment for people getting to know each other and having time to actually be productive.
The King's Council Room, the whole point of it is to have a space for student leadership to have a kind of a place that they can put stuff. I think that's kind of the biggest part. Just like there's a council office upstairs on the 6th floor. That's the whole point of the council office down here, to have a little bit more room so we can have meetings and things down there that pertain to the whole student body, specifically for leadership.
I feel like this room is really conducive to deep philosophical thoughts and inquiry.
Well, that's okay, 'cause I hear a voice and he calls me every day. When others say I'll never be enough, and greater is the one living inside of me than he who is living in the world.
It's awesome. Nice space, beautiful space. The guys really did an awesome job building the place, so I'm glad it worked out. And now to have the students have a nice place to come, be able to relax, study, I'm sure it's nice for them too.
Thanks for watching The Weekly Bull.
Make sure to like us on Facebook.
And follow our Instagram and Twitter.
Have a happy Thanksgiving, and we'll see you after break.